I attended West Tallahatchie until the 11th grade, and that was during the time of the integration. And I had a problem with some of the white teachers, and I wasn't promoted, and I believe I was detained on purpose. So I left the school and I went to Aggie High School in Clarksdale, where I graduated.
Did you ever pick cotton and things?
Oh yeah, I picked cotton. My father was a sharecropper, and we didn't actually stay on a plantation. My father managed about 75 acres, that he shared with the white guy that he was renting from. So we had a pretty good life. We had a new vehicle way back in the '60s. We had a nice house. And we had a pretty good life. It wasn't that bad.
Well, back then, he was not too hard, So you had to do it, but like now, you done changed, Back then, they had mules, different now you got, tractor, shell, backhoe these way.
Man, when I was a child in Tallahatchie, everybody had bikes, rode everywhere. Cowboys and Indians was a big thing. We didn't drink as many pops as we do now. Walked up and down the railroad track often. Things were just a whole lot simpler when I was a child. It was just easier. We didn't have a lot of crime. If somebody down the street saw you do something, you know you're going to get a whipping when you got back home because they're going to tell you. Just things were just different when I was growing up. Friends galore. Everybody played basketball, football in everybody's yard. Everybody ate over everybody's house. If I was over somebody's house and the mom and dad said, come on in and eat, that meant everybody out there that was playing. Everybody came in. I enjoyed my childhood in Tallahatchie.
That one back in the slavery days?
No. In 1965, we was coming at, I'm not going to say it was the height of the movement, but in 65, when I was born, in 1964, the Klan burned crosses in my mother and father's yard the year before I was born, because my father gave the marchers, they were marching through Mississippi to Jackson, and my father allowed the civil rights movement to spend the night in the yard. He fed them, and because he did that, the Klan burned crosses in the yard the next night to try to put fear in the Hayes family. But as you know by me talking, we stayed in Tallahatchie. We didn't move because of, I guess you could say, the strength that my father had back then.
Do you think Martin Luther King's dream has been recognized?
Now, Tallahatchie County has come a long way. I use the number 1959. In 1959, compared to today, we have come a long way. But Tallahatchie County is not there yet. When I was coming up back in the mid-70s, you would hear a lot of African Americans say that some of them got to die out before things get better. Some more of them got to die out before things get better. Well, scientists has proven to us now that as you grow older, there are two things you're going to remember. You're going to remember the best times in your life, and you're going to remember the worst times in your life. So now, a lot of our older individuals, they keen on the worst times of their lives. They remembering how their dad and mama was treated by the white man. So if they remembering how their dad and mama was treated, they thinking about the negative side, the worst part of their life. They can remember it like it was yesterday. So until some of us die out, we can eliminate some of that anger, some of that hatred, it's going to get a whole lot better.
And during that time, there were not very many other occupations for black except teaching and preaching. So I think I wanted to be a teacher, most of all.
Oh, okay.
I was the first black superintendent in Tallahatchie County. the first black principal of West Tallahatchie High School.
What was your life like in West Tallahatchie, growing up in West Tallahatchie?
Attending West Tallahatchie High School. When I attended West Tallahatchie, it was like about 800 or more students attending here, way back in the early 80s. And this area was really more fruitful than it is now. You didn't have all that fighting the kids, no disrespect. Kids were more mannerable. When I attended school here in the West Tallahatchie School District, I played basketball, elementary basketball. When I got to the high school, I did not. And I was always in the gifted programs. I always sang, and I was always in what we called then was Future Homemakers of America. And I participated in that and the 4-H Club and Future Business Leaders of America. Just like you all sitting here interviewing me this day. Doesn't mean that this could be the end. Because you all are sitting here interviewing me right now, this could be your career. Who said you couldn't be a newscaster, a reporter? You can, and travel the world. You can make a career. This doesn't have to be boring. Y'all can do anything y'all want to do. Just because you came from Tallahatchie County does not mean you don't have to do it.